You are killing your tomato plants, and the frustrating part is you are working hard to do it. Every morning, hose in hand, spraying until the dirt looks dark and wet, heading back inside, feeling like a good gardener. Your plant is struggling anyway. And that is not your fault. This is what almost everyone does, exactly how most of us were shown to water. The problem is not effort. It is the method. Here's what nobody tells you. Watering your tomatoes every single day is one of the worst things you can do. The daily hose routine wastes your time, runs up your water bill, and still produces weak plants with small fruit. There is a better way. A lazier way, and not the viral plastic bottle trick you have probably seen. That one is really just more of the same problem. The real fix is much older. We will get there. But first, the 5 watering mistakes are killing your tomatoes right now. Mistake number 1. You are watering a rock. Press your finger into the soil around your tomato plant after a hot afternoon. Hard, dry, cracked on top even if you watered it that morning. Sun-baked soil acts like a hard surface. Water hits the top, pools for a second, and the heat pulls it back into the sky before it reaches the roots. You stand there for 10 minutes with a hose and the plant gets almost nothing. The lazy gardener who does nothing gets the same result except they kept the 10 minutes. That is just the surface. Underground, something worse is happening. Mistake number 2. You are building weak roots. Roots grow where the water is. If you only wet the top inch of soil, the roots stay right there shallow, close to the surface, exactly where the sun is hottest. The moment a hot afternoon hits, that top inch bakes dry and your plant wilts within hours. You reach for the hose. It perks up. You do it again tomorrow. The roots never go deep. The plant never gets strong, and you are tied to that hose every morning all summer. Not because your plant needs constant water, but because you trained it to stay weak. Shallow roots are not even the most damaging mistake on this list. Mistake number 3. You are giving your plant a disease. When you spray water overhead through the leaves, down the stem, you are setting up the conditions that kill tomato plants fastest. Plant disease researchers have identified wet foliage as the primary trigger for blight, a disease that turns your plant brown and dead within a week. Watering at the base and keeping leaves completely dry is the #1 preventive measure. It does not matter where you garden. This holds across every USDA growing zone from the cool north to the hot south. The spores that cause blight live in your soil. Every overhead splash flings them onto the leaves. Wet leaf plus blight spore equals dead plant. Small black spots appear, and within days, the whole plant goes brown. A summer of work is gone in a week. The fix is not a spray. It is just where you point the water. You are also losing most of the water you put in before it reaches the roots. Mistake number 4. You are leaving the door open. Even when water makes it into the soil, bare dirt cannot hold it. The sun beats down on exposed ground and pulls moisture straight back out within hours. You water in the morning. The heat takes it by noon. You go back out with the hose by afternoon. That cycle repeats every day all summer. Your water bill climbs. Your schedule bends around a garden that should not need this much from you because you keep losing the water before the roots can reach it. And the last mistake is the one that ties all 4 of these together. Mistake number 5. You think working hard is the answer. The biggest mistake is believing more effort means a better harvest. Water every day. Check constantly. Stay on top of it. Inconsistent daily surface watering creates permanently stressed plants. The soil swings from soaked to bone dry and back. That stress causes blossoms to rot the black, rotten bottom that ruins fruit before you pick it. Deep water delivered less often produces better fruit, stronger plants, no daily work. The lazy gardener wins this one every time. The fix. Why the bottle trick lets you down. If you have already tried the plastic bottle with holes, you are not imagining things when it needs refilling every day or two. Plastic with holes drips by gravity. It has no way to read the soil, releases water whether the plant needs it or not, and drains fast. You swapped one routine for another. The 5 mistakes are still running underneath. The fix that actually works is thousands of years old. Native Americans in the U.S. Southwest used it. Ancient Romans, Greeks, and Chinese farmers used it too. It predates plastic by millennia, and it does something the bottle never can. The ancient fix, Oya irrigation. An Oya is a simple, unglazed terracotta pot. No glaze, no coating, just porous clay. You can find one at almost any garden center for just a few dollars. Place a flat stone over the drainage hole to seal the bottom. Then, bury it beside your tomato plant, with only the neck sticking out above the soil. Fill it with water. Cover the opening on top to slow evaporation. And that's it. A watering system older than plastic, and still incredibly effective. Here's what makes it different. Unglazed clay naturally self-regulates. When the soil is dry, the roots pull moisture through the porous walls of the pot, directly into the root zone. When the soil is already moist, the clay slows down, or stops releasing water. No dripping by gravity, no runoff, no waste. The plant takes exactly what it needs, when it needs it. Within just a few days, roots begin to find the Oya and wrap around it. They grow deeper, stronger, in cool, moist soil, far below the hot, dry surface. Your tomato plant stops wilting, stops struggling, stops showing signs of stress. Then your job becomes simple. Refill the Oya every 5 to 7 days in normal warm weather. In hotter USDA zones, 8 through 10, every 3 to 4 days during peak summer. In cooler zones, 3 through 5, about once a week is usually enough. That's it. The lazy gardener's entire watering routine. Lock the moisture in. Spread a thick layer of straw or dried leaves over the soil around the plant. In warm zones 7 to 10, lay it down right after transplanting. In cooler zones 3 to 5, wait until the soil hits around 60 degrees. Mulch keeps the ground cool and damp, and blocks blight spores from splashing up during rain. The exact problem from mistake number 3, handled passively with straw you put down once and never touch again. One last habit. Water in the morning if adding anything by hand. Any leaf moisture dries off during the day before evening arrives. Watering at night and leaving your plant wet is a direct invitation for blight. Morning costs nothing. Evening quietly undoes everything you built. A plant not stressed about water puts everything into fruit. More flowers, heavier clusters, bigger tomatoes. You buried a clay pot once, laid down some straw, adjusted one habit, and let a system that has worked for thousands of years run. That is lazy gardening done right. Your plants do not need you every day. Set this up once and go sit down.